Hey, what is up, everyone? Past JAMZ here, back with another review. And just for a small disclaimer, it is currently storming here, so I'm sorry if you hear any of the weather. Anyways, let's get on with the fan request review from CracksX. This is a subscriber who has referenced and recommended a few albums to me over these past months on my channel, and he has been, recommending great albums. And this time he has recommended Donny Womack by Don Toliver, his debut album slash mixtape back in 2018. Don Toliver is a hip hop slap trap artist slash trap artist from Houston, Texas, 26 years old, and signed by Travis Scott and to his record label. I didn't really know much about Don Toliver. I know who he was. Uh, Honestly, didn't even know this existed, but I do know that his Heaven and Hell album back in 2020 was getting a lot of attraction. And so now that I'm looking at this debut album back in 2018, it kind of makes me wonder, like, why wasn't this something that was talked about, or something that kind of put him on the board? Cuz honestly, it's not even that bad. Like, it's just, I find it interesting how exactly he came to fame. Of course, Travis Scott had a major part and influence on it, but people could always go back and listen to this, and nobody's really talking about it. I don't even see a lot of reviews on YouTube about it. Um, so yeah, the aspect and acceptance to the public is kind of a mind boggle, in my opinion. With 38 minutes and 13 tracks, the whole album kind of feels like a carefree, easy listen that you put something in the background while you're, doing something, or you could just go on a car ride and put this uh, just for an easy listen, honestly. The whole thing is a pretty well traditional trap album, following in the footsteps of Travis Scott. However, doesn't really follow that psychedelic tone, which is good because then he will just be a Travis Scott knockoff and like more watered down. Maybe people wouldn't really perceive this as well. I certainly wouldn't. Um, so yeah, it kind of seems like he's doing his own thing. Seems pretty, like I said, traditional trap. I'm really glad that his voice is really outspoken. He doesn't really mumble a lot, and doesn't mumble at all really, but he does kind of keep like those really fast paced, witty flow throughout each song. It's honestly pretty great, and the production, I do gotta say, it's pretty traditional, like I said, and I really wish maybe he could have incorporated something more elaborate and new to the table. But playing it safe and keeping it original and traditional. Yeah, maybe that was the smartest directions to go in. There are elements of kind of like the beat kind of changing a little. Maybe there's little aspects or small sounds that are changing throughout the whole album. But I just, maybe he could have used something on a grand scale of things. When it comes to sour jams, or bad tracks, I should say, Video Girl and Issues, especially Issues, that kind of didn't really sit well with me, and kind of, since Issues was in the beginning of the album, like it was the third track of the album, it kind of made me weary and cautious throughout the rest of the album. I don't know, it's just kind of like a self worth, kind of like a he's really has a really big ego and just doesn't want to deal with girls who have issues. And I mean, I guess that's fine if that's his thing, but you know everyone has issues. I don't know if it's actually like a double-edged sword, because he kind of makes it seem like he himself has issues, but that's not the main focus of the album. The main focus of the album is essentially just women, his experience with women, and not in a sexual sense, but of course there's like sexual references, but not that's not the focus. Like just his relationships with women, and kind of just chasing his dreams, and that he's going to just keep on doing him and reach his goal. So now that the messaging is out of the way, like I said, I really do appreciate how his vocals are really outspoken and not so much mumbly and just kind of like low ended and under the production. So I really do appreciate that from him. He kept this whole thing really traditional. It's about as trap gets, and I also do appreciate how he didn't exactly go full on Travis Scott, like copying him or using his psychedelic tone. He used his own tone, kept it original, and added small elements to just provide an easy listen. Honestly, I'm giving this a good 7. Given the fact that this is my first time actually hearing Don Toliver, I think that this is a great stepping stone in his career. I hope and wait to see what else he comes out with, who he collabs with. Maybe he could do a joint collab with another artist. Really great start to his career. You cannot go wrong with this front to back, without two small bumps in the road. But those, it honestly, it's so like they're so small that you probably won't even notice them if you're like taking a long drive, or if you're just chilling on your phone with the music in the background. You cannot go wrong with this easy listen. Give it a chance, and yeah, thank you Cracksex for the review, for the request. I really did enjoy this, and it is a good 7. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next review. Peace and stay safe.